Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Right now I'm in the process of building up the Tackle Merkava 1. Hopefully you can see it on camera there. Also doing some work on the new Tamiya Ducati motorcycle. I've got some special parts coming out for that, as well as the paint and a lot of other things. But in the middle of working on that, I got a UPS package today and thought I would share this stuff with you guys, because it's some really cool stuff. Let's just put it that way. To start off, there's some new ships. There's a USS Yorktown from Trumpeter. There's also a USS New York from Trumpeter, both in 700 scale. Then from Hobby Boss, there's the SMS Zeidlitz. This is a beautiful ship with all the photo etch. But these are the two kits that I had no idea these were coming out. This is brand new from Hobby Boss. This is the 1/18th scale Focke 190A5. So 1/18 scale is huge. It's like this. And to go along with that one right there, there is from Trumpeter, because Trumpeter and Hobby Boss are, I don't know if it's cousins, but they are related in some way. And Trumpeter has a 1/24 scale Stuka Ju 88A. Another massive airplane, and I normally don't do these videos where I show you this stuff, but I got so excited with these two large airplanes that I thought, man, I gotta go share this with you guys. So what I'll do is I'll just pull these two big kits open, just show you the basics of it right there. I've got a long schedule ahead of me right now, so I don't know if I'd be able to build any of these anytime soon, because to do something this large is going to take, you know, a lot of extra detailing. I cracked them open a little while ago and I was like shocked, but just they're beautiful inside. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'll just show you the insides of those two airplanes, and I do carry them in my store now. I got a big enough batch in that they'll actually be available for sale. So if I'm getting them, I'm sure they're going to start to turn up across the country everywhere else too. So let me show you what's inside. Okay, the first kit we're going to take a look at a little closer is the Wulfe FW190A5. This is an 18th scale, so it's just going to be absolutely massive. And what I've done so far here is I've cut open a bunch of the packages. Normally these all come individually wrapped, but wanted to show you guys a little closer look. So you've got your bottom portion of the wings with where the wheel wells are, things like that. About 2 feet long. It's just a huge piece. And I'll zoom in a little bit here, let you guys see the individual rivet detail, things like that on it. And up inside the wells. So, and then after that piece, this is something that I really like a lot as well. You have a one-piece cowl. Now, it's obviously been slide molded the way they've molded this with this unusual shape sprue around it, but this is great. There is no engine detail inside of this, which other than, you know, your front facing right here, you'll see the front part of the engine, but the rest of the engine's not built inside. And let you see a closer look of that. And you've got your cockpit detail, or the main portion of the tub, followed by your prop. And this is what I was talking about, the very front of the engine you'll be able to see. The spinner will cover most of that up, but you will have some engine detail up behind it there. Then inside, here's one piece of one half of the fuselage. And then you've got your tail planes up here, as well as your landing gear doors. And then it looks like they give you all the ailerons and flaps and all that stuff are molded separately. And then of course you get a drop tank, or they're also giving you bombs on this kit as well. So that stuff looks to be pretty nice. And it's some more of the interior stuff. Your seat, cockpit, things like that. A huge sheet of decals. Actually, 2 sheets of decals. And And then you've got your upper wing surfaces. I didn't pull these out of the bag because I figured you can get an idea of size, and the molding looks just like the bottom does on it, you know, with the rivets and things like that. And then there's a bunch of other little accessory parts, your machine guns, things like that, your canopy, and then you get some big rubber tires here for it as well. And then there's also a little bag with some springs and some metal parts, screws, things like that to attach, I'm sure, the main body together. Now this kit right here retails for, I believe, about $150. So prices will be a lot less than that, I'm sure, when you go out to find one right there. But just going to be a massive kit. This is very reminiscent of, I don't know if you remember the 21st Century Toys. Used to make some really big, they were toys, but they were pretty nicely done, and those were all 18 scale. In fact, anytime you guys see in my videos the stuff hanging up on the ceiling, those are all the 18 scale 21st century stuff. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the Trumpeter models, 1/24th scale JU87A Stuka. I looked around inside of the box before we start showing the inside, and this one appears to have a lot more detailed insides than the other kit does. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Start off with our very first sprue right here. We have our fuselage, cowl, the inside of the sidewalls of the cockpit. The exhaust ports are all hollowed out already, and kind of give you a little zoom in there. You guys want to see the rivet detail and the scribing on the side, as well as the front cowl. Now, a main difference between this kit and the Focke-Wulfe 190 is that this one appears to have a lot more internal parts, and is going to be a lot more detailed kit. To start off with here, we've got some of the other parts that make up, you know, the bend in the wings, some internal parts, and then right here we have the an engine. So you will build a complete engine assembly. In fact, the best way to demonstrate that is to show you the inside of the instructions, and you can see, hopefully, you got quite a bit of detail that goes into the engine. Should build up to a very nice looking piece. And then after that, we have the monster wings on this kit. And then we've got the other part that goes, actually it'll go like this. So it gives you a general idea of what we're talking about. So it's about a 18 inches long and about a 2-foot wingspan on this particular kit. And then you get all kinds of extra external parts. You've got drop tanks, there's bombs inside here. So all kinds of pieces like that to do the external detail very nicely. Oops, sorry, let me slide that over a bit more for you guys. And then when it comes up front here, we have the prop, the spinner, some of the other parts, some of the parts of the landing gear, the way those are made up. And then this sprue right here has parts of the cockpit, the firewall, seat, and part of the tail. And then you also do get, rather than open up, you can see they're very large decals, a couple different marking options. Those should go on pretty well. Just show you a few other sprues here too. It gives you quite a few different types of bombs. You got all these little bomblets right here and some larger ones. Multiple sprues on that. More engine detailing, so you can really go to town detailing that up. Really large bomb on this one right here. And then we've got some really large scale rubber tires that appear to be molded very well as well. And I won't open this up, but because it's packed very well in there, and it's the glass. So the glass has been wrapped in a box, wrapped in bubble wrap, taped up, so it's really secure in there. Because there's obviously quite a bit of glass on a Stuka, so rest assured that'll all come to you in one piece on it. Like I was telling you, this kit retails in the United States now for about $170. Now that's retail. They're going to obviously be a lot less than that, but to give you a general idea of what we're talking about. And also has some nice color charts too that you can do up some really unusual looking paint schemes. That one right there looks kind of different and unusual. or then they've got the markings for this one on this side. So, like I said, I just got these into stock myself. So they should be popping up around the country, and for that matter, around the world if they haven't already. So, I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Like I said, I was so excited to get some of these monster scale things. Wanted to share it with you. If you like me to share these kind of videos with you, just give me a thumbs up or tell me down in the description down below. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.